Let's first take a look at the way power generation ecosystem is shaping up. Non-renewable power sources, especially coal, are on the decline. In fact, during the last decade, they have registered a meager growth, despite the fact that large format new plants have come up in Asia, mostly in China. Europe and other countries are aggressively shutting down coal uh, and adhering to their Paris Accord agreement. The decommissioning of non-renewable power is being offset by the growth in renewable segments, especially in wind and solar. Hydro is growing, but it's localized to very few countries like China, Brazil, and some parts of Asia like Turkey. Even in these regions, eventually the economics is dictating towards a shift towards solar and wind power plants for future additions. Solar power is the most aggressively growing segment and it grew by 24% in 2019 on a year on year basis. That basically shows that the economics of solar and wind favor other formats of power. Looking at this slide, this first of all, the power generation capacities depicted here are representative and do not show the actual power output. What we are trying to show here are basically the trends of the power output. So if you see thermal and hydropower are consistent output in nature, whereas the solar power starts in the morning and peaks out in the noon and again goes down. And depending upon the capacity of the plant, it can actually peak out at, let's say, around 11 o'clock and stay flat till 2 p.m. So it depends on plant to plant, but it suffices to show that it's varying in nature and it's more or less like a normal distribution curve. Wind power is fluctuating in nature and it depends on the wind speed and other weather conditions. So it's in a zigzag way. So we saw that the variance in power generation creates a situation where power plant output needs to be governed. In a traditional turbine generator setup, this role was fulfilled by governor. So governor used to drive the RPM of the turbine, turbine used to drive the generator, and hence the output was influenced by governor. PPC fulfills the same role. It's useful to think of power plant controller as a governor for a wind and solar power generation facility. If we take a look at this, so this is a diagram of a typical hybrid power plant. We have a section which generates the wind energy, we have a section which generates solar energy, we have four PPCs, one which controls the wind section of the farm, another one that controls the solar section of the farm, and third one which controls the battery energy storage, and another one is the master PPC. So let's go through how the master PPC governs the output of the plant. So master PPC takes the power quality parameters from the PQM meter and it makes a determination based upon either its set point or instructions from the operator or the grids as to what the actual output should be. Now, depending upon which section is generating how much power, depending upon whether the wind speed is high or there is a overcast at the sun, overcast environment due to clouds, and the solar may not be able to generate more output, master PPC can direct the solar PPCs or the wind PPCs to generate more active or reactive power. And my colleague Vipin will go into more details on exactly these scenarios. But here, what I'm trying to show is the master PPC governs different PPCs. In fact, it can ask the battery energy storage PPC to draw out the power from the battery energy storage solution and provide to the grid. So it's basically driving towards a particular set point or towards a command. It's also relevant to see in this diagram that we have conventional monitoring solutions for the renewable power. We are pretty successful in that. And there is a concept of edge control, which basically takes your plant data on the cloud. If you are an owner of multiple, um, let's say, wind farms or solar power plants, you can have historization and visualization of multiple power plants in one location. And you can have trending, you can have condition based monitoring solution, you can actually compare different equipments of different farms. You can move from schedule based maintenance to condition based maintenance and so on. So again, it's more towards driving towards a digital solution of, let's say, digital solar or digital wind. The more data you historize, the more insights you can generate from this.